Imagine a Tyrannosaurus rex suddenly appearing on the modern African savanna. Not in its time, not in its world, but here, today. In a land already ruled by lions, elephants, crocodiles, and millions of years of modern evolution. Still covered in faint filament-like feathers, still unstable, still unfinished. It tried to stand, but the environment was already wrong. The air was thinner than what its body was designed for. Even small oxygen differences became a real biological disadvantage. Every breath felt heavier, delayed, unnatural, and before it could stabilize, its body gave out and collapsed into the burning soil. The ground itself was dangerous, nearly 60 degrees Celsius, hot enough to damage skin and slow movement at the same time. But worse than heat was the realization. This world was not waiting for it to adapt. It was already active, already hostile, already complete. Then came movement. A leopard emerged from the grass, silent, focused, perfectly adapted. It didn't hesitate. It saw only one thing: weakness, and it attacked instantly. The leap was precise, a lifetime of hunting compressed into one motion. But the Tyrannosaurus reacted on pure instinct. Its tail swung like a massive steel lever. The impact shattered the attack mid-air and threw the leopard backward. Not killed, but completely destabilized. And for a brief moment, even the predator stopped understanding the situation. The leopard retreated immediately, because in nature, survival is not emotion, it is calculation. And that calculation had just failed. But survival was not victory. Food was the real challenge. And food in this world did not behave like in the past. Zebras didn't hesitate. They exploded into speed instantly. No warning, no delay, no chance to adapt mid-hunt. Every attempt failed, again and again, until hunger replaced instinct. By the third day, it was no longer hunting. It was scavenging, waiting beside leftovers, fighting over scraps already consumed by other predators. The ancient king of Earth, reduced to surviving inside a system it no longer controlled. But something subtle was changing. It was growing, not just in size, but in adaptation speed. Every failure became information. Every chase refined timing. Every mistake sharpened instinct. Slowly, it was syncing with a world it did not belong to. By its second year, it reached 4 meters, and it tried again. An African buffalo, a living fortress. Horns designed for impact, not escape. It charged. But the buffalo did not retreat. But this time, it adjusted mid-fight. Minutes later, it ended. The buffalo collapsed. And for the first time in this world, it had successfully hunted. Years passed. It grew. 8 meters, then 10, then heavier. More controlled, more precise, more aware of space, timing, and pressure. By its 5th year, it faced lions. A full pride. Coordinated, experienced, strategic. 2 lionesses attacked first, jumping onto its back, clawing at its scales. But the Tyrannosaurus reacted violently. It twisted, threw them off, and killed one instantly. One bite, absolute force, no hesitation. The pride froze, not from fear alone, but from instinct failure. Their biology had no answer for this outcome. The Lion King stepped forward. The Tyrannosaurus responded differently. Not aggression, presence. A low-frequency rumble. Deep, ancient, unnatural. As if something buried for 66 million years had reactivated inside its chest. The lion hesitated, then slowly retreated, and the pride followed. No second attempt, no recovery, just withdrawal. By its 6th year, it fought a crocodile, a river ambush predator. It struck from below. Death roll initiated. Pain shot through its leg, but it reacted instantly. It pulled upward with overwhelming force and threw the crocodile completely out of the water. Before it could recover, it struck again. One bite, clean fracture. The river turned red and returned to silence. By its 7th year, it faced something heavier, nearly 6 tons, a living symbol of dominance in this ecosystem. Tusks buried into its side. For the first time since arriving here, the Tyrannosaurus stepped back, half a step. Not defeat, adjustment. Then it responded. It slipped under the second charge, locked the neck, and bit down with full force. Bone structure began to fail, not instantly, but inevitably. Because once pressure is perfectly applied, strength becomes irrelevant. Minutes later, the elephant collapsed. The ground shook, and the hierarchy shifted again. By its 10th year, it was complete. 13 meters long, 9 tons of living force. Nothing challenged it anymore. Lions avoided it. Crocodiles submerged early. Elephants changed direction. Even the ecosystem adjusted its behavior around its presence. It lifted its head and roared. Not as an intruder, not as a stranger, but as something that had fully adapted to a new world, just not one that was ever meant for it. The sound echoed across the plains, and for the first time in modern Africa, there was no response, no challenge, no echo, no resistance, only silence. And in that silence, the new king was accepted.